Hello, beach friends and ocean enthusiasts. I assume you are a thalassophile like myself, someone who is a lover of the sea, or someone who is deeply attracted and finds solace in the ocean. Now, if that describes you, you are in great company. We are going to spend the next half hour or so on Keewaydin Island looking for all sorts of amazing treasures like seashells, and there might also be a sand dollar or maybe even a piece of sea glass in there too, but I do not want to get ahead of myself. That will be coming up, but we need to start our adventure at Rose Marina. So we are at a marina because I am traveling with the Hemingway shuttle out to Keewaydin Island. This building is still being repaired from Hurricane Ian, but this was the most tranquil morning. It was absolutely beautiful, and I was really excited to start my adventure looking for goodies. Now, I told someone else on the boat I did meet a couple of my beach friends on this little trip. Head to the Gulf side of the island. So you want to get over to where all the critters live, because that's when the seashells are going to kind of wash up on the beach. All right, first look, fantastic. There is absolutely going to be goodies here, but how good are they going to be? I will tell you, the day will be absolutely beautiful, so I don't have to worry about our surroundings. And frankly, I'm not going to have to worry about the seashells either. Typically in the summer, it's a little slower. These are Florida fighting conchs, one of my favorite seashells, and we will see quite a few of them today. But like I said, in the summer, the shelling can be a little slower. Winter is really a better time to look for seashells, which is maybe counterintuitive. This is another Florida fighting conch. Oh, I just love those. But it's the truth. Now, typically I might be worried about finding things in the summer. Not today. It did not feel like summer. It was really, really fun. Keewaydin was super good to me. All right, already lettered olive, colorful moon snail, turkey wing. The goodies are just rolling in. I barely even got a chance to get onto the island. This is fabulous. All right, yeah, turkey wings are tough. I always can't always tell if they're beat up or not. Oh, and a colorful moon snail. Oh, it's going to be a great day. If you are ready to see what else is out there for us today, let's go to the beach. So here's Keewaydin. How can islands be different than other islands and more beautiful? I don't know. But Keewaydin is one of those islands that is just absolutely beautiful. I'm very excited to be here, but I do have a bunch of other people with me. So there are other people also exploring and doing their thing on Keewaydin. So I am not even close to being here alone. Does that mean there's competition? I don't know about that. There is plenty of seashells to go around. This is a lightning whelk. Awesome. Awesome little find. Oh, and I was hoping for a big one. But no, just a piece of a lightning whelk. I inspect many, many things. This is a banded tulip. Awesome. Awesome little find. All right. So far I've already found a bunch of great stuff, so I'm hoping that we'll continue to kind of find different species and different things. Okay, another banded tulip. Terrific. And a Florida fighting conch. It's very zigzaggy, but yeah, nope, I am not going to keep you. I'm going to let perhaps someone else be the owner of you. Well, we keep looking and see what other kind of fabulous things are here. Now, this was so interesting. This is a Florida cone. And the Florida cones, I call them the party animal shells because they're always broken or chipped or repaired. It is very difficult to find one in really, really good condition. That one happens to be in really, really good condition. Yay. And I see spots. Oh, spots are good. When you see spots on the beach, it is a good thing. So this is an alphabet cone. And since it's the first one I'm finding today, I'm going to hold on to it because I don't know if I'm going to find any more. So I'm going to hold on to it. It is an alphabet cone. It's not in great shape. But like I said, I'm going to hold on to it anyway. The kind of like the first shells I find, like this one too. This is a moon snail called a shark eye. And it's okay. If I'd found a bunch of them that are in really great condition, I might not hold on to that, but I just got here. I don't know what's going to be here, so I'm going to hold on to a little bit more than maybe I normally would. Oh, I see another cone. Yes. All right, another alphabet cone. It's this one's been hugged by the beach a few times. It's rather rounded. It's really pretty though. And you know, some of those shells really appeal to me because it won't look like that unless it's been at the beach for a while. So I just think that that's really pretty. And a colorful moon snail. Not the most colorful moon snail I've ever seen, but still a pretty good example of a colorful moon snail. So that's like a cousin of the shark eye. And we have a Florida fighting conch, kind of like a juvenile. The color that tends to, oh, the spot. Yeah, that was just a piece of an alphabet cone. That's why I didn't pick it up. It was only a piece as I'm admiring these two Florida fighting conchs. All right, let's talk about the tide. So the lowest I'm going to get is not going to be very low. But later on, as the tide goes out, I'm kind of hoping I'm going to shell up and down the beach, and then I'm going to go snorkeling a little bit later on. So at this point, I'm waiting for the tide to go out. And while I'm doing that, be wandering around, seeing what kind of seashells. I'm really happy the water is so clear. And this right here, my favorite spot to shell. Yeah. If there's a place in heaven that looks like that, that's where you'll find me. Kind of like a little bit in the water, walking along the edge. Okay, bummer. A shark eye. Well, most of a shark eye. You know, I'm not going to hold on to it. I just like holding them, though. I like kind of like marveling at it. All right, lettered olive. Not going to hold on to that either. And that is okay. Yeah, does it get better than this? I don't think it does. Okay, another, I call those filler shells. So this is just a little Florida fighting conch. Kind of like filler. They'll fill in all sorts of little projects you may have. Little filler Florida fighting conch. Say that 4 times fast. Yeah, I can tell it's broken, but I still want to check it out. So it's a lightning whelk. Yeah, it's definitely been hanging out here for a little while. And we're just going to let it hang out here a little while longer. No shortage of seashells today. Well, frankly, there's never a shortage of seashells. It's really just a matter, is there anything good? Yes! So that's a lace murex. I don't think I've said lace murex in a really long time. Great proto-conch. That little pink on top of it. It's called the proto-conch. So that's fabulous lace murex. Lightning whelk. It's very lightning-y. Lots of little lines on that little lightning whelk. Yeah, I have a weakness, the fighting conchs. Ooh, it's kind of a little zigzaggy. That one's okay. That is a nice looking fighting conch. Oh, another moon snail. Some of them will have, this one almost has like a red eye. And some of them will almost have like a blue eye. They call that a Paul Newman. Yeah, not too shabby. Keewaydin. I love Keewaydin. Another little cone. Yep, a little Florida cone. See what I mean? Now this one, it's kind of, it's a little chipped. You can tell it's been, had a hard life, the Florida cones. So they either are very disadvantaged or they're just party animals. I don't know which. I'm going to assume party animals. Worm snail. Excellent. I've never seen a live worm snail. I would love to. I bet you they live under the sand. That's why we don't see the live ones. This is a mossy arc. It looks weird, right? But yeah, that's the way the shell is supposed to look. It just looks kind of funny like that. How could that possibly close? Like it's a bivalve. So like a scallop, it's got 2 ends. How would that mossy arc close? This is a tinted cantharus. Yep, this shell, that specific type of shell has really grown on me. I used to not care for it at all. This is great. Oh, but yeah. Sorry, friend. So this is a live snail, a live lightning whelk. And since there were so many people here, I wanted to walk it out into deeper water so people wouldn't disturb it like myself. If I know the animal's in there, typically I kind of just leave it alone. Oh, it's so pretty, right? Blue's my favorite color. This, oh, no place I'd rather be. A little horse conch. So that is the Florida state shell, and believe it or not, it is not a conch at all. We'll talk about that next week. Next week we'll talk about conchs. Right now we're picking up another banded tulip, also known as Cinctura hunteria. So some of these shells, and they need a scientific name so that way if I'm talking to someone in England about a shell, because some of these shells will have nicknames. This is another Florida fighting conch. So they all also have scientific names so that it's very specific when you're talking about a certain shell. Because they have nicknames, like in other places they're just called different things. That's the top of a Florida cone. All right, more banded tulips. I'm not gonna hold on to that one. You look pretty good. Oh, and frankly, I haven't really been finding banded tulips. It's been a minute since I found them. I see the fighting conchs in the water here. What else is hanging out? And I do have a weakness for the conchs, so basically my strategy is to try not to pick it up, because if I pick it up, it goes in my shell bag. That's a lettered olive. All right, what am I trying to find? Oh my goodness. Like the honey color. So that's a fighting conch. That's just beautiful. The markings on that. So yeah, stuff like that just delights me. So I definitely don't have too many people. It's not crowded, let's say. And as shellers, we tend to spread out anyway. That is another one of those Florida cones. Again, not surprising. It's a little chipped. Scanning. Oh, it's beautiful. All the muted colors and the sound. Oh, look what I see. A Tampa turrid. Neat. Not in great shape, but that's what that shell is. A Tampa turrid. Kind of looks like a fancy auger. Right, so looking, scanning. Okay. I'm gonna keep it moving. Wasn't anything too exciting there. See if there's another little patch of seashells. So it is a glorious day here. I don't have to worry about the weather. The tropical storm hasn't hit yet, so that's to come. This was filmed a couple weeks ago. So that's just to give you an idea of what's around me. Not really too many people, just lots of beach, beautiful blue water, and seashells. Oh, look at how that one's kind of worn just so beautifully. And then this is another live lightning whelk. You can see the black foot of the animal coming out of the front, the siphon, and then you also kind of see it under the base of the shell. Anyway, it's alive. We're gonna leave it alone. Keep looking for stuff we can keep. All right, that's a piece of a lightning whelk. So the lightning whelk and the horse conchs are the only two shells down here that really get quite substantial in size. And so it's very victorious when you kind of come up with one of those big shells. That's a little horse conch. So that little fella would grow up to be it could have grown up to be a shell that would have been well over 12 inches, maybe even bigger. Big shell. A bay scallop. I wish I had a better opportunity to find bay scallops. I just think they're so beautiful, and I don't get to find yellow often, but they're tough. They're tough for me to find in good shape. Oh, cool. I like discolored things. So that's just a scallop that's been buried in oxygen poor sand, and it kind of just gets discolored, and it's very black, so that's cool. All right, lightning whelk. Yeah, kind of your average, very average looking lightning whelk. Scanning. Another, oh, that's a nice little bay scallop. Okay, an auger. Make sure nobody's home. And a little piece of jingle or something. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the yellow one. I want that one too. I don't know. I think that's a calico. Might be a bay scallop. I don't know. Beautiful though. Yeah, even I can't always. Sometimes some of these shells, I'm telling you, that's another banded tulip. Some of the drills are still not easy to identify. And fun fact, when you teach something, you learn it and you retain it. So by me teaching all of you seashells, that is why I remember, like, just, and plus I'm really interested. Like this alphabet cone here probably came in touch with a bristle worm. So bristle worms will kind of scratch out those etches, will etch out like different little wigglies on different shells. I'm going to leave that though, the alphabet cone and the banded tulip, just in case somebody else needs to add that to their collection. So beautiful. The Atlantic giant cockle. And I never used to really pay much attention. And I don't know why that changes. I don't know why after time, does that happen with you? Or I don't know, maybe even with different things that you collect, not even just seashells. Your tastes change. So that is a lace murex. Again, just very beautiful soft edges on that. Almost like a toasted coconut lace murex. Oh, a turkey wing. Or if you prefer, you can call that a zigzag arc. Your choice. It does go by both of those names. I typically call it a turkey wing. Neat shell. Oh, okay. Come on, shark eye. All right. I know at least the whole bottom is there. Oh, we got the top too. Woohoo. All right. So it is an intact shark eye. That's pretty cool. Is it a Paul Newman? Yeah, I'd say it's kind of like a Paul Newman shark eye. It's got that blue eye in the middle. Not too shabby looking shark eye. I do enjoy finding those seashells. Oh, good. Another worm snail. Very cool. That is likely a Fargo worm snail. The other one's the Florida worm snail. It's a little bit skinnier, a little different. Oh, did you see the flash of orange? That typically means it will be a little bright orange horse conch, which it is. It doesn't have its little white top, but that is koi all right. It's got a little bit of beach stuff on it, and that's okay too. As I consider what that shell is going to look like without the beach stuff on it, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy some beach time. Beach stuff popped right off that little horse conch, so a little bit of bleach will take care of that just fine. Okay, back to my favorite spot to shell. I miss it in the winter. You can't, I mean, you could, you just freeze your buns off. Ooh, so that's a spiny jewel box, but this is almost like a unicorn spiny jewel box. It's only got that one lovely little rhino horn. Cool. All right, another Florida cone. Look at that. Another one. It's in really good shape. And that's why I'm taking... Look at that. Yeah, Florida cone. They're usually broken. Awesome. Nice looking Florida cone. And another, just so I can really show you. Honestly, they're normally broken. Yeah. Yep, another little one. I still like... I don't care. I collect almost all the little cones I find. Well, that is a beautiful calico scallop. Gorgeous. It's nice that the scallops come in so many different colors. I really enjoy that. All right, so at this point, I know that I want to go snorkeling. There's kind of some other things I want to do here, so I'm not going to keep walking that away. I'm going to go back. When you get dropped off, you get dropped off at the southernmost tip of Keewaydin. So I'm going to kind of make my way down there and consider doing some snorkeling. Now, this is a calico scallop. It is a little unusual to find them with this much orange on them. Beautiful, not rare. I would just say it's a little unusual. Beautiful shell. A little turkey wing. And then I wasn't sure, is it broken? Well, let me see. Let me pop it on. I gotta look at it, the actual underside. Okay, so no, it's not broken. It just looks a little wonky. So it's a little wonky looking turkey wing that I like. All right, am I chasing something? All right, little olive. Little lettered olive. Beautiful little point. A shiny, glossy, pointy lettered olive. Oh, and a calico clam. That'd be terrible to go to the beach without getting at least one calico clam. I feel like they're one of the rather common shells, but they're still really pretty if you ask me. Well, don't ask me. I think they're all pretty. All right, that's another horse conch. This time it happens to be a little bit yellow, so they will kind of range in color. And then as they get older, they kind of lose their color, which is a bummer. The prickly cockle. I love talking about the purple and sometimes that like sherbet color. Beautiful. So that is a Florida prickly cockle. Another lovely calico scallop. Yeah, I know. I love those like that beams. I don't know, what do you call those? Like sunbeams? Sunset beams? I just like them. A yellow prickly cockle. These are a little bit more round than the Florida prickly cockles, and they're also yellow. Or at least more yellow. They're not always really, really yellow, but yellow prickly cockle. All right, see, I thought I saw a cone. Oh, a shark eye. Probably gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna leave that there. So much for my cone. I guess I didn't see it. All right, checking to make sure there's no critters in there. A little auger. And you know what's actually pretty amazing? How quickly our eyes can adjust. Like if you think of the focus, this is a piece of nacre from a pen shell. And it's amazing, like all the things that need to kind of come together to have a successful shelling trip. The walking, the seeing, the moving. I think my lucky stars, I'm healthy enough to do this kind of stuff. Another lettered olive. Another cone. I hope I grab that one. Yes. Another Florida cone. Oh, look at that. Kind of, well, it's repaired, but it's not broken. Like the aperture is intact. Another Florida cone that's not all beat up. Fun. Oh, I thought I saw the bottom of a shark eye. It drives me crazy. Like when I see stuff now, I'm like, oh, what was that? I wish I'd gone back and check it out. So if you think that, I think that sometimes as well. You are not alone. And can I remark just one more time that I'm really finding a nice variety of shells for summer. It shouldn't really be this good, but I was really happy. I kind of said to myself, it didn't feel like summer shelling. All right, just the top of a lightning whelk, but I'm going to hold on to it anyway. Another little goodie. Now, this scallop, I feel like I found them before. I don't know why it's tripping me up this time, but is it a yellow spot scallop? It's not a scaly scallop. I don't know. It's not a calico. It's not a bay. So that's my best guess. Yellow spot scallop. Okay, so in this situation, I am literally just telling myself, look past the conchs, look past them, and look, you got a horse conch, and a decent horse conch. Yeah, it's a little, it's okay. I don't care. It's a little bit broken. I don't care. Great. And then lettered olive, which I may or may not hold on to, but that horse conch, fun find. So when I see those masses of all those fighting conchs, I just say, don't look at the conchs, look for other stuff. Managed to score this other like sunbeam looking calico scallop. Gorgeous. Look past the conchs, Charmin. Look past the conchs. Well, that wasn't too hard to find. Look at all the letters. So this is gorgeous. This is a really nice looking alphabet cone. I see a K, I see a W. That's why they're called alphabet cones, because of all the letters in them. Very cool find. Nice looking alphabet cone. Oh, and a common nutmeg. All right, this nutmeg is kind of missing its little top. It should have a little pointy top. That's okay though. It's the only one I found, so I'm gonna hold on to it. I see keyholes. So sometimes with the sand dollars, yep, I saw the little black little holes in the sand dollar, and that's why I was able to see that. So that is a 5-hole keyhole sand dollar. Lovely. Oh, and another cone, a dusky cone. So we have our alphabet cone, the Florida cone, and a dusky cone. So that's another cone that can be found down here in Southwest Florida. Sea glass. Now, normally I'm kind of whining about garbage, but this is legitimate sea glass. Oh, that's nice. And I think that that might be a little bit rare to find the color that's not like brown or green. Oh, cool. Right on. Oh, a little ribbed cantharus. Yeah, it's not in terrific shape. I don't care because it's summer and I like ribbed cantharus shells, so I'm going to hold on to it anyway. Oh, another alphabet cone. Wow, that's kind of surprising because there were so many people. Yeah, great. A little bit lighter. What does that say? Keel? There's definitely another K on that one. Okay, another banded tulip. Lovely. You'll notice I did not say true tulip today. Those are much, much more rare than the banded tulips. All right, time to go snorkeling. So I waited for the tide to go out, but the quality and the clearness of the water has changed since I got here. Because the tide was going out, it pulled a lot of water from behind the island. Man, I can't see a thing. So I did this, I don't know, for, 2 or 3 minutes. And I said, I can't see. So I relocated. And as I was relocating, look, I found the 2 fighting conchs and I found that olive. Well, not olive, it's a shark eye. We will look back at that. But I really wanted to snorkel. So I started walking until I could find water that was a little more clear. And I did. I'm showing you an apple murex. I managed to get, here is a lightning whelk. Excellent. So I didn't say apple murex, so getting under the water helped me find that apple murex, so that did help. Right, finding conchs. Didn't need to snorkel for that. Okay, pen shell. All right, another lightning whelk, another apple murex, so that's where they were hiding. So they were here, but they were just hiding. Oh, look, a couple little fish. Yeah, you're usually the fish and wildlife, they're going to be more around structures, and there's nothing here but sand. So I struggled, and I couldn't really see, but I did get a couple of things. I did want to show you what snorkeling got me. So I did get this lightning whelk, pretty decent. This apple murex, nice. Yeah, fighting conch, a banded tulip. I know there's another, yep, I want to show you this. So this is a knobless Florida fighting conch. Compare that to the one with knobs. So the one on the right has knobs, the one on the left does not. Neat, right? I think it's beautiful. It has just like a really unique shape. So that is a knobless Florida fighting conch. This shark eye is like blonde. Isn't that pretty? Oh, this is a false shark eye. All right, let's talk about that for a second. So there's an area that's kind of like, looks gouged out, for lack of a better term. This is a true shark eye because it doesn't have that like gouged out area. See right here, that area there is kind of depressed and it's not like the other shell. Neat. That is a calico scallop. So snorkeling, it did help, but I had to move. It was unfortunate. I wanted to go snorkeling there, but I couldn't because I couldn't see. So I had to just kind of wander off down the beach, and that was fine because I certainly found lots of goodies. Now, I get here a couple different ways. Today, I happened to get here with the Hemingway Water Shuttle. I was here. I took the 7:45 boat to the island, and then I took the 12 o'clock boat off the island. So you book your trip there and to and from the island. So it's a really do-it-yourself kind of a trip. They are lovely. If there was ever dolphins or manatees or anything fun, they will slow down and you'll get to enjoy that as well. So I highly recommend the Hemingway Water Shuttle because they helped me find Florida fighting conchs and that one sand dollar. Yeah, a lot of conchs have gonna hang out in some bleach. A bunch of those calico scallops, a couple bay scallops, lettered olives on the bottom there. Lovely. Above that, there are banded tulips. Then there's one sunray Venus clam, couple of those calico clams, the broadrib cardita, the spiny jewel box. Oh, I said banded tulips. The Florida prickly cockles, one nutmeg, the shark eyes, the lightning whelks, turkey wings, and then we're getting into the couple of those alphabet cones there, and then the murexes, the colorful moon snails, the Atlantic giant cockle, and then kind of my favorite, I mean, all day was really kind of fun, but I did like that knobless fighting conch, that one alphabet cone, the horse conch, and then a couple of those other four horse conch. It just was fun, and all the Florida cones, and for summer, way, way, way better than I expected. And Patreons, I appreciate you way, 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 way more than I can really express. Thank you for choosing to support me, for watching, coming along with me every week. Thank you so much. And everybody else who comes along, thank you for the comments, the love. You guys rock. Next week, we're going to Fort Myers Beach. I know we're not going post-tropical storm shelling quite yet. So one more trip to Fort Myers Beach, and then we'll do some post-tropical storm shelling. So until then, I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you next Sunday.